man.
All right, we got him.
We like to apologize.
For what?
To absolutely no one.
The two-time champ does absolutely fucking nothing.
Oh.
All right.
Yo.
God damn it, Made in Chafford podcast episode 140.
Yes, sir.
You already know what time it is.
Come on.
It's two Dems. The real is back. The real is back. Newest member of the DSS. You love to see it.
I thought you were a founding member.
Founding member, newest member. I'm both. They best get to know. Damson, Daniel, all of them. I'm coming for you.
Bobby Schmurder.
Boys, before I let you guys get off your aliases, we've got a special guest in the building.
Come on.
Special guest, introduce yourself, tell the people about yourself.
Man's currently fighting the headphones.
Has he won yet?
Nah.
I don't know.
It's that left one, it's like inverted. You got to kind of pull it the other way.
Pass it.
Yeah.
Is this part of the thing? This?
Yeah, they're both part of it. So that people can't steal it. That's alright now. Does it look alright?
Yeah. Yo, this is going to be the wildest start to
Yeah, it
the
should be
episode.
calm now.
There you go.
Yeah, it should just sit on there.
I'm gonna have to say it. Forget the headphones, man.
Alright, cool. Cool.
Say less.
Cool. What's going on, people? It's Mister Richie. If you knew, then you knew.
Come on.
Man. Been here from the start.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
Like early days.
Culture and sound, if you know, listen.
We weren't even numbering this shit.
Nah, not at all. 139, that's crazy.
Reunion.
This is a reunion, for sure. Alright, boys, get off them aliases.
Yes, Cole Sanusi in the building. Don Corleone, the one and only. You know what I'm saying?
It's Eman G45. The G solid in my name. The 45 is silent.
Come on.
It's the Black Mamba Dove. The Prince of the East.
Yeah.
Genghis Chibogwe.
Come on.
Chiayam.
Yeah.
Episode 40. Let's go.
Let's get
Episode 40.
Yeah. 140, sorry. 140.
40 plus 100, yeah. Let's get it.
Alright, so I guess we have to start with our special guest who is dropping an EP on the 10th of June. If this is the first time you're hearing about it, well then make sure you run to all places where the EP can be found on the 10th of June. But we're here to celebrate, you know, big moment. About time. Said 3 years in the making.
3.5 years.
That's when
to make the mixtape. Yeah.
When did Reckless come out?
2017.
Fucking hell.
Yeah.
That's good though. That means like you've taken that experience and you in your brain you've kind of figured out what you're gonna do next. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Why now though? What made you get to this point to think to release?
Like 2018, I didn't really know what kind of music I wanted to make. Like, I was in the club, just standing there, trying to figure out the sound issue. Like, what kind of sound do the people want to hear? Then I realized I'm gonna have to go back to my roots. Back to where I got into music in the first place.
Yeah.
So started writing a few songs. These times I was in my first year of uni.
Yeah.
But I wasn't going to uni. I was doing non-related uni stuff. And because of that, I failed my first year by 1 mark.
Oh man.
Yeah, so I had to do the whole bird again. So I was like, okay, cool.
That's like it's 10. I mean, uni does feel that way at times, to be honest with you.
If I'm gonna be here for another 3 years, I might as well drop a mixtape or get started. So
Yeah.
That's where it came from. Yeah, I started it in the mixtape in 2018. Then I finished it I finished writing it in the pandemic, but I finished like the production, the beats, the features in March this year.
Okay. Yeah. Was there not any like desire to potentially put it out like before the pandemic? Because I know a lot of people had music, and then when the pandemic happened, people were like, "Oh no, I don't want to drop anymore."
No, when the pandemic happened, I was like, "Okay, cool. I'm gonna finish it, but I'm gonna release it after."
Got you.
Yeah, because like Disney Plus just dropped and I was trying to catch up on what I missed when I was a child. So
I hear
that
that.
still.
Nah, that sounds like a good approach, and I think the most important thing is you've lived life, and now you feel when you release something, especially if it's going to be close to your heart, the way I imagine this will be, you need for it to be. You need to feel like the release, everything's patterned. You can't just if you'd done it during the pandemic, you probably wouldn't have been happy. You wouldn't have seen the results that that you will see. Exactly. You know, what would you say the sound is for this particular project?
It's more like it's homegrown. You know, talking to the streets, talking to people like us about the grind, the hustle, the mentality, the vision, the struggle, the beauty in that struggle. You know, that's what it's about.
I hear that.
The name of the mixtape is called Grinding in Silence. So it's about, like, you know, we all have jobs to do, we'll have duties to fulfill, we'll have roles to play. So that's what the mixtape's about.
No, I get it. I think that's a very... The name for the album alone sounds perfect, you know. It is something we all have to do. You can't... It's about sometimes celebrating your wins in silence, you know, taking your losses in silence, which is, I'm sure, a reality and something you're going to try to get across. I think going back to say when you went to the clubs and you was hearing other people and the music that was going off in the clubs, has that impacted your music, or who are you making your music for? I'm sure for a certain element it's for yourself.
Yeah. Obviously, I like to live, so that's why I'm in them clubs trying to figure out what the sound is, because I'm not in the club for the sound. I'm in the club for the reaction to the sound. You know what I'm saying? I'm in the club as a guest. Yeah, appreciating this new sound that I'm hearing today, whether it's from Chris Brown or that the Blast guy from LA. You know what I'm saying? Or Ty Dolla $ign. Like, I'm feeling it.
All right, I hear that. So, what would you say is the sound that people are enjoying then? If that's your what was your takeaway from that?
What was my takeaway from that? My takeaway is, okay, cool. Make the music that you want to make, but sometimes, you know, just have fun with it. Take people on a vibe. Take people on your vibe. Yeah. You know, if like, make music as if you're building a spaceship and then you're asking your listeners to come in that spaceship and go to another planet.
Nah, that's perfect. Yeah, I hear that.
Yeah.
No, that's a very good way of looking at it. I think it's obviously been a long journey to get to this point. What are you most excited for people to experience when they, you know, finally listen to it on the 10th of June?
I'm excited for people to listen to the different varieties I'm coming with, you know. Like, I'm coming fast, I'm coming slow.
Pause.
Yeah.
Yo.
Resume.
You're crazy. It's not every day.
I'm coming fast and I'm coming slow. Yo.
Listen, we're saying resume now, bro. You said pause, we're resume.
Yes. But no, I hear it. I think that's the best. That is the right way to...
You're coming with a fast vibe, like in terms of the songs, and then, you know, a slow vibe.
But do you feel like the music? So I think the last track I heard from you was a few months ago, the Painting song.
Yeah.
And on there, you're barring, especially the second verse. You're barring.
Yeah.
So I don't know where you're gonna take it on the mixtape. Are you just gonna give us bars, or are you gonna try to vary up a bit? It sounds like you're trying to give us a
mixture,
whole bunch of different
mixture
stuff.
Of both. Yeah. Like, I'm gonna be barring, and I'm gonna be like taking it easy.
Okay, so you're gonna put your foot on the clutch and just kind of coast on certain songs and give us the vibe as well. That makes sense.
Because some songs I'm on the court dribbling, going past the defense, shooting. Some songs I got a knee injury. Some songs I got a knee injury.
That's the
song after that I've recovered.
I got a knee injury. Is that the name of the app? I like that. Go on, you're saying.
So after the songs I've got a knee injury, the song I've recovered. I'm back with a bang. That's what, because it's a journey, isn't it?
I hear that, man.
Yeah,
I hear that, because a lot of boroughs, like, because we could tell from when you made Reckless, because we had it way back, Reckless Mode, and there was a song on there where you were going off, and I was like, no, you can actually spit. I think I was listening to it was Chucky's podcast, and they were talking to Frisk, and Frisco was saying, like, they asked him, like, you know, on Bad and Clean, like, what is that to you? And he was like, listen, that's just me. That's just easy. Yeah. That's easy mode. Like, you know, when you're playing a game and you can pick the different modes, that's easy mode. Yeah. So I question, like, with you, like, you can make a song like with Paintings, and I know the song isn't fully like a bar song, but the last verse I heard harder mode there. I don't know if that's gonna be the case for the rest of the mixtape. So
we got training mode. We got like challenge
mode. Give me a challenge mode.
Yeah, that's what.
I like to hear that, man.
Yeah.
Nah, it's good. It sounds like we're gonna hear a wide variety of stuff on that particular tape. So that's good. Like, I think we're gonna be constantly guessing what you're gonna do next. I think that is that mindset. It must be the same for all rappers, you know. When you're trying to figure out how should I float on this song, and sometimes it's gonna come to you easy. I'm sure you had sessions where you wrote a song in 20 minutes, and then there might have been other ones where it took more time to actually get down what you want to say.
Some songs took me a year to finish.
I'm not surprised.
How come so long?
Because it was a year. I've done my part, but it's like I need someone else to do their part. So it's like dancing. You hit them with the 1, 2, 3, 4, and they hit you with the 5, 6, 7, 8. Obviously, I've hit them with the 1, 2, 3, 4, and they haven't hit me with the 5, 6, 7, 8 in time.
Just waiting.
So I just had to 5, 6, 7, 8 it myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So how many features are on this?
About 3.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's good going. And what's the musical relationship that you have with those people?
So, I met them at uni, outside of uni, before uni.
Yeah.
They're people that I consider serious about their craft.
Because
there's a lot of talented people I bumped into, but they're not serious about their craft. They're like, I got work in the morning. I don't even know if I can do this right now. Then 2 weeks later, you don't hear from them, and then it's like you got deadlines, you got things to do. So it's like, okay, cool. I want to work with this guy because he's serious. He wants to come up. You know what I'm saying? This is something he's willing to sacrifice. Then you got my guy over here who's got the angelic voice, but in his eyes there's no sacrifice.
Yeah,
he's not willing to put the work in. He's not willing to put that Mamba mentality in.
Yeah, no, that's a fact. It needs to be there. It's something you can ignore. Like, you got to grind in silence. It has to be done. So I think that it makes sense that already being your mentality, it makes sense that that's the sort of people you gravitate towards. Not just in, I'm sure, not just in music, but just in life as well. You know, you don't want to. I can imagine that putting a tape together, anything together, the most frustrating thing must be waiting around for features. Because it's not in your hands.
No.
Yeah.
You're waiting for people to pattern up. You know. So and I think that's the fact that you managed to get 3 features. I'm sure they're all going to also be, as well as yourself, highlights on the tape as well.
Yeah.
How many songs are on the tape again?
There's 11, but 10 of them are songs. Like, Reese is gonna be the first voice you hear.
Is Reese?
Yeah, when you press play. Yeah.
Okay, then I'm gonna have to get Reese on.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
So, what's the thought process through the track list then?
What's the thought process through the track? So it's like we give them the stuff we gave them before, the similar sounds we gave them in the past, and then we try something new, but people might feel like, what's he doing? Then on the fourth track, Training Day, oh shit, he's back.
He's back.
Okay, this is what I listen to. Then halfway through the tape, we're switching it up. We're becoming more dominant. We're becoming more dominant. Then towards the end of the tape, we're chilling. We're relaxing. Easy jet. Return ticket to Portugal or Spain, somewhere hot. I don't know.
I hear that. Listen, we out here, man. It has to be done. Summer vibes.
The Algarve.
Yeah, no, that's it, man. That's what we got to get into. I'm loving that. And it seems that for you, it seems like I like the fact that it's been a long journey to get to it, because you'll appreciate, I think you'll appreciate it more, because it didn't happen overnight. It weren't something that was put together over. And 11 songs is a lot to back yourself, which is why people do EPs, you know. But like, obviously, you have to front the money. I don't know if you can mix and master yourself, but that shit, I know it ain't cheap.
No,
so
I had to like, there were 2 guys mixing and mastering my thing from the start. Obviously, when the pandemic hit, their price went up.
Oh shit.
Their price went up, so I was like, okay, cool. I got to put in more time. I got to put in more hours. Then cool. Like, there was a point where we had to do it from home because I can't physically be there mixing it. I've got stuff to do. Yeah. So he was like, okay, cool, when you're free, hop on the laptop, put your earphones in. If you like what you hear, let me know. If you don't like what you hear, let me know.
Yeah. Got you.
Yeah.
No, it's got to be hard. So what?
That must be hard then, because you're not really there to engage in it. Look, I mean, you are engaging. However, it's like doing a meeting face to face and then Zoom meetings. It's productive. However, it's not the same.
No.
Do artists need to be there for the mixing and mastering process, or is it one of them things that like helps?
Nowadays, you don't. But for me personally, I feel like it's easier if you're there.
Okay.
Yeah, because we're in a time where, you know, if you want to do a feature with somebody, they just send their email. They just send their vocals through the email. They don't even need to be in the room with you.
Yeah.
But for me, I prefer if they're in the room with me, so I can be like, okay, cool. I like this, but I didn't like this. So when I have to do it again.
Yeah.
When I have to do it again. Obviously, if we run out of time, I could give the engineer some extra cash. That's why we're here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got you. Yeah. No, that sounds. I think that sounds encouraging. How serious you're taking it. Like it doesn't. It's for you. It seems like this is it. This is the tape you want to use to introduce yourself to the world musically properly.
Yeah.
So I think that makes complete sense, and it seems it's why the effort that you put in, I'm sure, will bear fruit. How would you describe the production on the tape for someone who, obviously, we haven't even heard it ourselves yet? But what would you say? What sort of sound can you say people can expect?
They could expect new school sounds and old school sounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. That's a mixture of both.
All right.
What kind of old school? Are we talking about like 2010 old school or like 50 Cent, 2004? Or way back?
It's mostly like before 50 Cent.
Okay.
Yeah. Like your Nas, your Jay-Z's.
I hear that.
Your Wu-Tang.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what we're coming with, and then we got the new school as is the Kendrick Lamar's, the Meek Mills, the Afro swing stuff as well.
Yeah. All right. Seems like you're trying to get into a number of different bags as well, which is good. Again, versatility is so important.
Would you ever sorry, bro?
No, go on.
Would you ever like experiment with? Because I know you're saying you like the versatility is there. Would you ever experiment with like drill? Or experiment with like grime? I know you have grime elements anyway, but would you ever go into the drill bag potentially?
It depends. It depends, because right now I see drill as like something that has been watered down to the point where, you know, the samples are overtaking the drill aspect. So like I would consider it, but it's not something I want to be at right now.
Yeah.
Understood.
I think that's a good attitude to have. I think don't do something just because it's hot right now and everyone else is doing it.
Yeah.
And it's just, I guess, B as well. If it doesn't sound right to you or doesn't feel like something in a bag that you can get into, there's no point, because you're trying to float and it ain't happening. You know what I mean?
It just doesn't sound authentic. It doesn't sound natural.
I can really tell from your answer that wouldn't sound natural to you. Like that wouldn't be the answer for you.
Is it the BPM? Because I've heard you on the quicker BPMs before. Like you can ride it like a faster beat.
Drill is the same BPM as grime.
Yeah.
So drill wouldn't be that hard to do, but like right now I just prefer to do the real rap, the 100 BPM. You know, get the party lit.
Yeah.
Get the function moving in a calm and peaceful manner.
Calm and peaceful manner.
I hear it, man.
Yeah, I was about to say, like, drill's not really for, like, not every drill song is for the ladies.
No, I'd say most aren't.
Like, you play Digga D, like, maybe 3 songs you'll, like, a lot of people will love. But it's not for everybody, whereas, like, you have other music. Like,
I've never thought about that, you know. It's really not for the gal them.
It's getting the hose music.
It is. It really is.
Getting the hose, man. Come on, man.
I played paper cuts to my girl the other day because she quite likes Dave now. She was not impressed.
What type of music does she listen to?
More like R&B. She likes throwback music quite a lot. So early 2000s, because you just reminisce, or you like the music you listened to growing up. But newer acts, she's really gotten to Dave recently. She really enjoys Samantha. I put a little playlist together for her, and anytime like gets a hint of drill, like you know how drill's got those hi hats.
Yeah.
Skip.
On. Yeah, fair enough.
Skip no Bayliss.
If it makes, there will be no drill on this mixtape.
Nah, I expect that.
Yeah,
fair enough.
There's no drill on this mixtape.
Fair enough.
Or are you gonna surprise?
Pardon?
Are you gonna surprise people?
After the tape I will, but right now, there's no.
Nah, man,
There's no drill.
I just feel like, especially hearing that, if I went and heard it now on there, I just feel like it would. I know, it just feel unauthentic, and I think that's really important, especially when it's like your first proper tape in a while, or the first big thing you've done in a while. You want to try and come across as authentic as you can, and then coming on here and then saying. And then there is end up being drill. You switch it up for whatever reason, make a decision to put something on there. It just won't feel right. So I think you've done the right thing. Again, you can tell when a rapper's on something that they're not comfortable with. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. And listen, it ain't nice. I've lost
Do you think rappers need to come out of their comfort zone?
100%. Always come out of your comfort zone. Always do something different. But sometimes you see things and it's just for a cash grab. I will never like that song AJ Tracy has with Note, because it's just not him.
So what about D Block Europe?
When would you say they come out of their comfort zone?
Exactly, they haven't, but yet they're successful.
I mean, I'm not asking D Block to do anything magic. Do you know what I mean? I think there's rappers, there's coming out of your comfort zone, and then there's at what cost. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. Sometimes they come out their comfort zone and you think you should just left that alone. Like that weren't it. But maybe trying something different, I have no problem with that. You know, switch it up. There's nothing wrong there. There has to be a happy median. I'd say, for example, coming out your comfort zone would be Dave on Thiago Silva. That isn't necessarily his sort of rap, but you know, everyone knows what he did on that track. He absolutely shelled it. So
yeah.
You have to find.
You have acts like but then you have core fan bases where they don't want. You have core fan bases where they don't necessarily want people to change. So
yeah,
I hate what you're saying. Like people do have to come out of their comfort zone, but I don't think necessarily somebody has to change. They don't have to.
Yeah,
right?
no, I'm not asking you to change. I think I'm asking you to push the boundaries. You know, I think that's at the moment that's. The biggest rapper in the world's problem at the moment, Drake's like in the last 2 albums, he hasn't really done anything different. The hot sauce is working because it's always gonna work, but like, yo, do something different. You know, push yourself. Like some of his good is that he's not comfortable on it, but I do like his performance on the Only You freestyle. That was something different.
That was probably his best drill performance.
Yeah.
The others for me.
Yeah, of course, I completely agree. But
is that the one with Heady?
Yeah. But like he came out of his comfort zone, did something different. You know, it's not easy to do, and again, they're not always gonna get it right, and sometimes you have to give them the room to not get it right. But even an example of West 10, that Mabel and AJ Tracy track. I don't hate it, but I can see why he did it, and that isn't necessarily his lane. He had a lot of success from that song, so it's how you do it, and it's where you take those risks.
Yeah, and you got to be careful because obviously if you do it and it bangs, then the next song that they're going to want from AJ Tracy is going to be West 10 Part 2, or the new fan base that he's gained from West 10 Part 1 will want West 10 Part 2. But in his brain, it's like, listen, that was a one-off thing. Yeah, I don't really want to do this all the time.
That's why you have to make it clear with the listeners that, okay, cool, I'm doing this. I'm stepping out of my comfort zone for y'all, but after that, I'm going back to my roots.
I'm going back to a trap.
I'm going back to my roots. That's why I had to step up my comfort zone. So I realized where do I belong? Who am I? What am I on?
What would you say is something that's uncomfortable for you? Do you know what I mean? Like, where would be? What's the genre you see out there that you think I ain't touching that?
Probably house.
I knew he was gonna say
probably house.
Do you know what I always say? Do you know that like you'll know this that early 2000 music like the Kooks and how can I explain it?
Should music no way type.
Yeah, if black people got into that bag, would have been Kurt.
Wait, remind me of like one song.
I don't know if you'd know that genre, but it's like the kook's naive. So, not saying it's your fault, although you could have done more. It's like those white men that can't sing, but they can kind of sing, and they're just complaining about girls.
Them, man.
McFly and them, yes.
Oh, no, well, it was an advertisement, but I saw one brother, he did it, and it was cool.
Listen, if they let me get into that bag, being upset over girls, I would have won. She hurt me on a Tuesday. I came back to her house on the Friday.
Mate.
That's
wild.
But that's what they did get.
That genre's still alive.
Yeah,
I don't know, man. I think it's done.
That genre's still alive. You just need to go to an open mic one weekday.
The man are there.
They've been enjoying
screaming.
Those are the songs that used to go #1 back in the day. Ain't that funny?
That's sickening, man.
Yeah, man.
What's
Kids didn't know music.
Kerrang and that.
Kerrang. Oh.
Wake me up. Wake me up inside. Save me.
Yeah. That man's on the building like.
That song, man. She was falling out the building for time.
Yeah. Yo, they were going
She
through
was
it.
still falling. I'm like,
free her.
That's like the land.
Do you know what? Sometimes music videos used to be crazy. I didn't get how complex Dido was. The music video for Stan. On the wire.
What happened in the video again? I can't really remember it very well.
It's just she's really pregnant and he's going through it. He's right.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, this is so interesting. I just didn't get it at the time. Now I can see it's very introspective, very clever. But I was like, this lady is heavily pregnant. Someone help her. Like, do something about it.
No, the most iconic videos, they stick in your mind, man.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? How much effort do you feel like, because we were talking about your video before we were recording, innit? How much effort do you feel like you've put into the videos you're planning, and like what's your vision behind what you're going to do for your next videos?
The theme of the tape is homegrown, so we're not trying to go all out with the videos, but we're trying to, like you said, keep it in people's minds.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. This is the vision of the thing. Like, we're just gonna keep it as real as we possibly can.
Yeah.
You know, like if we try add some stuff, then that means we're breaking legs, breaking arms, trying to make this happen. And ideally, we want to be 30 with our limbs and arms together. Still on our body.
So, is there a real? Because you've always been proud of where you're from. Like, you don't sugarcoat it. You know, you've mentioned in previous songs areas that we all know and love: Grays, Ockenden, Chafford. Is that something we're gonna? That's got to be a
RM15, RM17.
You already know. Is that something that's gonna continue?
It's gonna continue in the videos, but not in the songs entirely. Because the aim of this tape is to we're trying to reach the country.
Not
just London. We're trying to reach Glasgow, Dublin, Southampton, Manchester, Birmingham. We're trying to reach those spaces.
I hear that.
Yeah, man. That's how you got to do it, man. And the good thing about your videos, I remember you made a video for, forgive me, I can't remember the name of the song, on the last project. It was one where you had the shoebox.
Oh, Filthy Cash.
Yeah. And like, I haven't seen that video in 5 years, but I remember it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I trust that the videos you put out next are going to be that way. Because I feel like you've tapped into something. Correct me if I'm wrong. I feel like you've tapped into something like visually and socially. Because I saw your Insta when you announced the mixtape, I was laughing because it was a good video, innit? You're like, listen, I got good news, I got bad news, innit? Like, good news is, listen, mixtape's coming out in June. The bad news is a lot of you rappers gonna have to find a new job, innit? Just speak at it. And I like that shit, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that a conscious thing you're beginning to tap into, yeah?
Yeah.
I like that,
I'm
man.
trying to do more community outreach.
You gotta let people know you exist, man. That's the most important thing.
It's good energy, bro. I like
For real.
that.
And it shows that, like, shit like that, that's funny. You got a personality. I think a lot of rappers are fine just thinking they can get by on how good a rapper they are, but what actually helps you build a fan base, as we seen over the last few years, is actually having a personality. Hell, you can trick people. You might even be an average rapper and trick people into thinking you're better because of your personality. As some people will say we found out with Jack Harlow, but the less about that, the better.
Wait, what's her name? Azalea Banks. Yeah.
But she's talented though. She's
Nah,
just
she's
crazy.
dumb
She's
talented.
She's talented. However, her personality shines.
Well, I mean,
Shines is an interesting word.
It
Yeah.
probably outshines her music because everyone's just going to see what she says.
Nowadays, yeah. But at first, it was like I
Yeah.
knew her because of the tracks. The tracks were hitting.
they were
Yeah.
for
but
real.
then she started to get into her bag.
212. Are you crazy?
Yeah,
Big tune.
For real. That girl said, "I guess that can't get any," and the whole world went crazy.
yeah.
You have to respect it, man. that's
Listen,
an insane lyric, but she's dumb talented, and there is a personality there. If she could channel it in the right way, she'd easily be
Oh
someone.
yeah, for sure, man. Because no one's gonna eat a dead molded cat fried. Like, no one's really into that.
Nah, I hope not. Anyway,
Yeah.
if you are, get some help.
For real. But
That's a PSA.
real talk. No, shining your personality through the social media is the one, man. Because that way people gravitate towards you and the music. So hopefully we get to see more of that in your videos when they come out.
What would be the one thing you'd want people to take away from the project?
Like, what did J. Cole say on that song? There's beauty in the struggle, ugliness in the success.
Yeah.
That's what I want them to take. Yeah, because it was like a struggle to make it, but it's beautiful that it was
It's
like
been
that.
made, yeah.
Yeah.
But then, if it does become successful, then there's the ugliness towards it. But what I want people to take from the tape is that the grind is real.
Yeah.
The hustle is tough.
Yes.
You know,
yes,
I
yes.
made this tape before they started talking about price increase, electricity going up the roof, and all of this stuff. But the fact that I'm pointing it out as it's happening is to let you know the grind is tough. The grind is tough back then. It's tough now, and it'll get even tougher.
Yeah, for sure. For sure, man.
No, that's a gem. Yeah,
Absolute fact.
and it's,
Sometimes, some people would just think it's gonna be up and it's gonna go all the way up in terms of like success. So you may start here, it's like a staircase, but it's not always the case. Like there's always ups and downs. But yeah, as you said, it's gonna be tough there, tough now, and tougher later, of course.
I hear that.
So yeah, man.
No, it's the right attitude.
But when you look back, it's beautiful.
Yeah, for sure, man. For sure. Like even think about like, brother, you were saying like when we recorded this, we're in my man's room chilling on a bed. You know what I'm saying? Now
That's
we're in
crazy.
the studio. You know,
But the switch up is good. It's good to see, and everyone has to have a journey. You can't just have it pattern like that. There's no way.
Only 1% of the 1% get that, and that's a
if-
lot of time. There's a lot of luck involved with that as well.
Facts. Because without the struggle, is that how people, when they blow up and they see, you only see the success. You don't see the lonely moments. You know, the times they might not even have wanted to do it.
Yeah.
The money they had to spend out of their own pocket. Like there's shit that you don't see.
Yeah.
So it's important that
Sacrificing lives. Yeah.
you have to.
Yeah. You know, I'm really happy that we stopped all that noise.
What?
You know, like if someone becomes successful right away, like people will just turn around and say yes to Illuminati, gave their life to Satan.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was a thing for a long time.
Too long, man.
It was a thing for a long time. But then, I mean, some of the lyrics were questionable, but
I think after a while, people just fed into it because they wanted to. Do you know
I
what I
like
mean?
the attention.
no, some of it I hear it, but some of it, like right now, you just have to. There's a journey into becoming successful, and that is what we're trying to highlight. The journey. So,
for sure.
Because obviously now, like you said, the Illuminati, they've replaced it with the term industry plants.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
some people
yeah.
be industry plants. I'm not. You know how?
Replaced it with the term industry plants. And then some of these men have to wake up and be like, I'm not overnight success. I have been here since 2014.
Yeah.
Put some respect on my name.
Mm.
Yeah, that's what's going on
yeah.
in this new era of music
Yeah.
that we're in. You've got people getting called industry plants and people trying to deny the allegations. Like what's his name? Jack Harlow. I wouldn't say it's industry plant. Some people might say he is, but personally, me, I don't think he's good. He can rap, but I don't think he's good. It's just the fact that
Oh, he's had a lot of money put into him. Like the industry believes that he's the next product of.
and a
next
lot of
5
girls
years,
listen
10
to
years.
his music.
Yeah, that is. He is for the Galdem.
I think he just needs a ghostwriter. He'll be alright.
Yeah, yeah.
Is it literally just that?
I swear to God, if he gets a ghostwriter, he'll be fine.
Because the white boy can rap.
He has his moments where he can rap. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's just like his there's things that he can't do, like creating a song. There's certain elements where I hear it and there's like a lot of immaturity in the song structure.
But he
and stuff
definitely
like
writes
that.
music for
But
what?
his personality outshines his talent.
Exactly.
Like you said earlier.
So
So
I
full
give him
circle.
that.
Yeah.
give him that.
All he needs is a ghostwriter. Once he gets his ghostwriter, he actually has everything going for him.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even going to sit here and hate on him too tough. I didn't love the album, but I can say,
I'd rap for him.
I'd
listen,
write for him.
you know where to come from, Mister Richie.
Yeah.
Hit his line, bro. You know
Doing
what
him
time it
favourites for
is.
sure. It's like when I found who wrote Sicko Mode?
Everybody.
No, Kanye's homeboy.
Sci-Hi.
Sci-Hi.
Yeah, I couldn't believe that.
Yeah.
I can see it.
Fair enough. I
can see
couldn't,
it.
but I know because he's quite lyrical, miracle.
Yeah, but you can dumb it down. You can hear it a lot in the Ye's, a lot of the Ye's
Did
songs.
you
Yeah.
write Travis's part or Jake's part?
Travis's.
Mainly
Has to be
Travis's.
Travis's part.
Oh, Travis has a ghostwriter.
Oh, he does
Yeah,
do
yeah,
shit,
oh.
man.
I mean, he
I think
goes
he writes some
as well.
stuff. Yeah, he does write, but
Oh.
not everything.
This is new information. I thought Travis was writing his whole songs.
Nah.
Nah, I don't
Sometimes,
think
But he is a product of Ye. So that doesn't that didn't surprise
that
me in the
makes
sense
sense.
that like I think where their mind is on so much on an album that if they did have to do writing all by themselves,
they might write 4 bars, and then the other 12.
So
Like,
I'm
actually, another 8 is through conversation, and then the ghostwriter will finish the other.
the other eight.
But you know what? They'll turn around and say, you know what? Credit them 12 bars to him, and then my 4 bars are this. Because even Kanye West, he'll be sitting there writing. He will say a bunch of stuff, and then he'll just, yo, yesterday cheese. Then I wrote a Mies. Then boom, you do that, and then someone else will just take it and say, take out road and Mies because that doesn't make sense. and then write a bunch of stuff over here. So, yo,
Road of Mies.
yeah,
That's kind of hard. What is a road of Mies?
he wrote a group of mooses.
Yo, Ace man. I was not expecting that.
Oh, I thought it was gonna be something Italian.
So then a ghostwriter will probably come through, yeah. A ghostwriter.
My days. Eli, you're
That sound like luxury moose as well.
luxury moose, bro.
Road of Mies. Hey yo,
And then the ghostwriter will probably come back and say,
don't
you
get
know
my
what?
home,
yeah,
girl. That's insane.
say this instead.
Go on.
Yesterday I got a lot of cheese. I fucked the bitch. She was Siamese.
Okay.
Then I went and got Chinese.
I respect it. I'm enjoying this. I'm not gonna lie.
Then I
Road of
saw a woman who
Mies.
was Sudanese. I don't know, like
Sudanese.
yo,
No,
Sudanese
Kanye,
women,
I wouldn't
shout
put him past him to put anything in that. Like everything you just said.
Yeah.
Current Kanye would use that. There's no way. After he said,
I'm
"I just
taking that
bleached my
credit, bruv.
asshole," and he'd say anything.
I'll never get over that.
He's a real sick boy.
Yeah.
What do you? How do you feel about writing though? Like, would you? I mean, I'm sure you obviously write your own shit, but if you're in the studio with somebody and like they maybe say something hard, would you take it, or is it a case of just like, let me do this on my ones type shit? How personal are you about your bars?
I am very personal to the point where if someone's saying something better than what I'm saying, cool. I let them say that, but that would inspire me to say something along the lines of what they're saying.
Yeah.
Right. Instead of taking the exact thing that they've said, it's better to kind of use it as like a springboard to say
But you'd
something
be
even better.
surprised how much success that brings. As in,
Yeah.
Lil Baby didn't come up with wah, bitch, I'm Lil Baby.
Do you not?
Nah, he didn't.
Yeah.
Offset, which is probably the most famous, I'd say it's the most famous part from that song. So
Yes,
it happens a
indeed.
lot.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Where people just be in the studio and they'll be like, yo, that's hard as bricks. I'm going to take that for myself.
I guess it's just an outdated concept that people expect artists to do everything by themselves. Like at the end of the day, it is a collaborative process.
Yeah.
You have producers in the room, you have your man them in the room, and anything can inspire you. So, you know.
Yeah, it's important.
But then with ghostwriters, sometimes you can tell who wrote the song.
Yeah.
Like for example, Drake. Yeah. Redemption. You could tell that he wrote that.
Yeah, of course.
But then you go on to what's the song? When I pull up,
Legend.
Legend. Quentin Miller. Like he's not gonna pull up on anybody. like that's not his character. So you know that was something that was written out of place. But you never assumed it was
You
written
listen to some of the Quentin Miller tapes. Did any of it sound like, oh shit, that quote that makes sense? I expect. Does he have his own sound? Is what I'm trying to say. I guess.
The last time I listened to Quentin Miller was time ago, bro.
Yeah, but when you did
it? Yeah, you can tell.
Yeah,
you can tell with a few things.
Got you.
Yeah,
it's like the flow and cadence as well. When you hear Know Yourself, as much as I love Know Yourself, it doesn't actually the chorus doesn't actually sound like Drake.
Yeah,
it doesn't really sound like Drake. Like it's like I've never heard him flow like that ever.
Yeah.
So you can kind of you're right. Sometimes when you hear a song, but did you hear recently it came out that Kendrick apparently wrote King's Dead? So J Rock's verse on King's Dead for him.
Oh what?
Yeah. But I didn't think it sounded like Kendrick when I initially heard it because I love the verse personally. But
even ghostwriting, like even Dr. Dre, perfect example. Dr. Dre, The Recipe, Kendrick wrote
that verse.
Some of that. Still Dre with Snoop Dogg, Jay-Z wrote.
I can't believe
that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can hear that one though.
Yeah.
The more you bro, listen to it again.
Yes.
Yeah,
you can.
It's Jay. It's Jay. Yeah. Once you hear it again, it's like, oh shit, this sounds like Jay-Z.
When I found that out, I had to hear it again. I was like,
but that's insane.
Yeah.
Because Snoop is one of the best to ever do it, and I think
but Snoop didn't really say much.
It wasn't one of like Snoop's like typical verses, but it's so iconic. To be honest with you,
it was so iconic. You could just think that was him.
Yeah.
But when you listen to Dr. Dre spitting, it was like, nah. When you hear that it was Jay-Z that said it, it was like understood. Like
got you. And that probably does mash up. I guess. I think I'm just so thrown for a loop because Dr. Dre's never hid from the fact that he's had ghostwriters, but when I found out Snoop was involved as well, I was like, oh shit, that's crazy.
Yeah.
But
it
is very mad. There's a lot of examples of it, but it's just interesting.
Even Pusha T on Kanye West and Tiana Taylor.
What did he write on there?
Hurry. He wrote his bars. You can hear the cadence in everything, like the way he said it, like the timing. Yeah, it was just that was Pusha T.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Reference tracks is insane though when you actually think about it. Do you know Drake wrote R.I.P. for it was originally meant for Rihanna,
yeah.
and then he gave it to what's her name?
Rita Ora.
I couldn't believe that.
I heard the OG one, and Drake put that out. Yeah. It was like it leaked, and then obviously the Rita Ora one came out.
But work here, what's his name? Work. What's the guy's name? No, not Drake. The one who sits behind Party Next Door. Yeah.
Oh,
his version was lit.
His version was hard.
Lovely. And then I heard this one. It was like I kind of like his version, even though it was. Yeah.
What was work a reference track as well, or
it was reference track. Then they put it out.
Party wrote Rihanna's
Party Next Door
bit for that.
I'm gonna have to listen to that on the way home. That's crazy.
The Party one's good.
The party say one's less. Really good. All right. Does anyone else have any?
I guess the last thing I want to ask you, bro, is like, what does success look like to you?
Yeah, that's a beautiful question.
What does success look like to me?
Yeah, bro.
Getting that cheese and fucking bitches. That's how it is.
That's like 5-10% of what it looks like. That's like a small percentage of what it looks like. Like 5 years ago,
I thought he was gonna say no. That's not what it is. My man said 5-10%.
He said it's there.
Percentage of what it looks like.
Right,
but the 90% is getting love from the streets.
Fans,
people coming up to your shows, you know, like after you do your tour, your man them acknowledging what a night you've had, and you do that 5-10%, and after that you wake up in the morning, you're like, okay, cool, going back home, drive back to the house that you've worked hard for, and then you rest.
I heard that.
You deserve it, man, for sure. You've been putting work, and this is it. 3 years. This is time to shine.
Yeah,
you deserve it
for sure, man.
What's your version of success, Demi?
The one the thing you said. No, I'm kidding. I gotta
go home. I got a home to go
to. For me, it's always just been happiness, man. I think the things that can provide that, like, I'm not gonna shout like people say, "Oh, money doesn't bring happiness." I'm here to tell you it does, man. Because that extra bread, I'll be going on more holidays. But besides that, it's just being happy. That's what success looks like to me.
Yeah.
If I'm happy, my people are happy, and I'm, that's it.
What about you, Collins?
What you said, man. Because I think at some point, like, it depends where you are in life. But at some point, there's like, you reach a point of diminishing returns where you get so much and then nothing changes. Like, I could go out now and buy a new car, and then I would just feel exactly the same as I did in the car I just had. Because you don't really even feel like, I'm blessed to say I've had a lot of nice things and I've worked myself to a good position in life. But, you know, I don't know if there's ever, you don't want to kill yourself working or trying to chase 30% when it's only going to give you like 5% in happiness. So it's basically what Demi said, to be honest with you.
What is it for you, bro?
Chairs.
They're not allowed anymore, man.
God, nah, you know,
no
chairs,
more money bags.
The thing about chairs, right? It's just like the way they're designed. You know, the ergonomic.
This is a code for something else, by the way. Just in case.
Yeah. So the chairs.
We talk about chairs right now.
Nah, man.
Anything but chairs.
Anything but chairs.
Nah, man. I really like chairs still.
I hear that.
The chair I don't like is the electric one.
Said the electric chair, you know.
I don't like the electric chair.
Yo. Bro,
that's crazy.
Because as a black man in this society, we're trying to distance ourselves from the police and the electric.
That was
chair.
actually a thing, you know.
Yeah.
I was watching this movie. Oh, shout out to Tanya. She put me onto this. This movie called. My sister's friend Tanya. There's a movie called Nightmare Alley. Yeah.
Yeah.
Brother, people used to actually sit on sit on fucking electric chairs and get shocked and die. Like, that was actually a thing.
Excuse me.
Like, how could that actually be a thing? No, as in, like, we gon' kill your ass.
Wait, I'm confused.
Or like, as far as like, even like, well, ways to kill people or torture people.
Yeah.
Ways to do like therapy. So they'll do like, what's it, electro? I'm gonna butcher this.
Yeah, it was electrotherapy. Innit?
Electrotherapy.
Yeah.
Like humans are basically playing with like currents of electricity to try and do shit. Like, how crazy is that? Like, we lived in a time where that was
do
like
a lobotomy.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They put it in your nose and then
brother.
make you docile. Yeah.
I couldn't believe that. What they were just testing.
Just madder than Dunya,
no
bro.
ASAP Rocky album. Just
pure testings, bro.
just seeing how far the human race could go.
Nah,
that's crazy.
It's mad. It's mad.
Absolutely mad, man.
But yeah, my version of success is living my dreams, but making sure everything is taken care of and having a wonderful sleep.
Sleep's underrated, bro.
You know what? I
Because when you really think about it, to get to your dream, I mean, of course, when you've done your dream, you're satisfied. Then you have to come up with another dream. But the fact that you can go to sleep and know that it's done, I think that is the achievement of happiness, like what people strive for. But yeah, man, just achieving your dreams, man. Because like once you achieve it, it's like you've done it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, of course, there's another stand to get. There's another goal. There's another obstacle to push through.
There always will be one.
Yeah, but to achieve it is just one thing. So even if it's like, cool, I did 210 deadlifts. Let me try and get 220. To achieve it, to go home and know that you've done it, is like you can rest in it. But of course, you're gonna have to try for another one. And what I've just said can apply for short term and long term.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how I see it.
I heard that.
I respect it. Love that for you.
Amazing, man.
Yeah.
So next time we get you on, bro, we're gonna be talking about
The 5%.
You know what I'm saying?
5%.
No, the album, the album after the mixtape, and also, you know, hopefully that, you know, you reach the goals you want to reach. You do your live shows. You touch the people. You put out the videos. You do all that shit. So
I
wish you the best. And obviously we've been riding for you since you came on last time. So we appreciate you, man.
Yeah,
Love.
For sure.
Alright, people, them. You know what time it is. Time to pick your music selections.
Got the music.
For our playlist, we pick one song. So anything you've been listening to, you can feel free to plug yourself as well. There's no holds barred here. So
Cool.
Now choose another song and it will still put your song on.
yeah, calm.
Whatever's coming.
Yo, I'm putting a throwback in there because my name's mentioned in the song 4 a.m. in Thurrock.
Yes.
Dramatic.
Yes.
My choice is gonna be it's a song on Nux's album. It's called Bible.
Boop, boop, boop.
It features Young Tef.
Top 5.
Song is outrageous, man.
Top 5 album.
Shout out to Nux, man. That's a massive achievement.
Yeah, I want to work with Nux still.
Nah.
Yeah, I'd love to hear that, man.
He's dumb
such a
talented.
talented guy, man. Absolutely ridiculous song. Beat is insane.
Listening
Bars
to
are
him
insane.
since that. Shorty said she wanna. I saw she roll out.
Yeah.
I can't remember how the song goes. Vows.
Vows.
Yeah,
He's
yes,
been,
Vows.
he's been dropping heat for a long time now, man.
It's his time, man. I'm telling you.
Absolutely.
Purple Hearts by Kendrick Lamar.
Mr. Morale.
I think that's going to get...
The big step.
The song I want. It's a
Big
Pusha
stepper.
T song with Lil Uzi and Don Toliver.
Yes. Scrape it off the top.
My boy.
Yes.
Yeah, that song's hard.
I'm really a fan of Don Toliver.
He's shining now. Man.
Yeah.
He's really shining.
Yeah.
I like to see his
Because it took me a while to get used to that like style of music. Because I didn't want to be them old hairs. Like, where's
Yo,
my
this ain't
beef?
hip hop. yeah.
Where's Wu-Tang?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Where's Ghostface Killer?
I hear you, man.
Yeah, so
He's
when I
good,
heard
man.
Don Toliver, I was like, okay, I can get behind this.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's hard, man.
No, I love that. Well, Made in Chafford podcast episode 140.
Yes,
It's
sir.
a special one. That's another one in the books, man. Great episode.
Yes.
10th of June. Go listen. Go that. Tell the people where they can find you and just give all the information.
Cool. So my name is Mister Richie. They call me Rich though. They call me Reckless.
Yes.
Recently I just got promoted to global executive. So what that means is we everywhere.
Yes.
Lovely.
We
Yeah.
everywhere.
Lovely. Yeah.
So I'm on Instagram. That's mister.richie. Twitter is the same thing, but instead of a full stop is an underscore. I'm on TikTok as well, Reckless Richie. Spotify, Apple Music, Tidal, YouTube, Mister Richie. But it would be nice if you could listen to my song on Tidal, so that you know
The percentages looking kind of sweet.
This is sweet.
I hear
Right
that.
there.
Nah, he's thinking smart.
Freaking business.
I hear that, man. I hear that for sure.
Work smart, not hard. That's what they say.
For sure, man. Go stream, grinding and
Grinding success.
grinding in silence.
Grinding
silence. I was
success.
gonna say grinding
My bad,
success.
bro.
Grinding in silence when it comes out.
Yeah, 10th of June.
Yes.
12 a.m. That's when.
Yes, sir.
All right, then.
We'll
Until
be live.
next time.
Bless.
Peace.
Peace.
Peace.